week. Get your task on. Brugka. Oh, and my personal favorite, YOLO. And for those of you wondering why I put YOLO in my speech, well, you only live once. One phrase, however, has always been present in our lives. You can do it. Whether it's as a kid learning to ride a bike, or as a teenager going on your first date, asking that girl to prom, stressing over a big test, not stressing over it, somebody has always been there to remind you. You can do it. Even on those days when you wanted to drop out of school and dedicate your life to everybody's favorite clown, Ronald McDonald, somebody's been there to tell you, you can do it. Well, guys, today, we have done it. And for that, you owe yourselves a round of applause. Now, of course, we didn't do it all on our own. We've had immense help from our parents, our friends, and of course, our educators. Today is the day not only for vast celebration, but one for reflection and one for deep thought. Today is the day to think about how we got to this point in our lives, and then to think about where to go from here. Today is the day that we reflect on the paths we've taken and the choices we've made that have made us the people we are today. We came into our freshman and sophomore years, those times I like to refer to as the dark ages. It all began back in 2009. We entered the high school as young, small, and goofy freshmen. Many can recall their first day, entering the building wide-eyed and in shock. How will I find all my classes? Will the teachers like me? Will I like them? What about the upperclassmen? No matter what question flowed into your mind, the fact of the matter was, you were nervous. Our nervousness, though, soon faded when we became a class that was outspoken and, like every freshman class, seemingly always in trouble. Now, our start might have been a little bit rocky, but our path towards today has always been full of its joys. We moved into our sophomore year, and into the last of our dark ages. We've been matured drastically between the summer and sophomore year. In these short 3 months, my friends and my classmates changed drastically. I came back a little bit skinnier and deeper voiced. Some came back with a full beard. Our sophomore class, though, had truly taken Middletown by storm. We gained respect as a class that was not only athletic, but incredibly artistically talented. We had an undefeated football program, a rising basketball program, and we had made our band program one that was on a path to huge successes. We made our second year at Middletown High School a huge success, despite it being the year of the bedbug and the last of the reign of terror. We were now faced with a realization almost as intimidating as freshman year. We were now juniors, upperclassmen, and the leaders of the school. However, we were not the only new leaders to enter Middletown High School. Middletown High now saw the emergence of the always smiling, energetic, cheering, and happy woman sitting behind me. Carmela Cotter came to Middletown High School and changed the lives of every student she touched. After witnessing 2 different principals, I can assure you, and only assume, Mrs. Cotter has to be the single-handed best principal to ever walk the halls of Middletown High School. For everything she does and for giving us her everything, we owe her an enormous thank you. Junior year also saw the continuing success of the class of 2013. Our basketball team won the GMC and made a strong run into the state tournament. And our arts program continued to thrive, all under the leadership of the class sitting before me. We then entered senior year. We were now the big kids that growing up we had always feared. It was our turn to be the face of Middletown. I can say with full confidence the vision that our community and the communities around us have of this high school has changed for the better drastically, and that is largely in part to the student body sitting before me. It's now time to celebrate, but also time to look to the future. It is now our time to bid goodbye to our beloved Middletown High School and turn our faces toward the future. No matter where your path takes you, remember where you came from. As we celebrate our successes, we must remember the words of President Jonathan Fitzgerald Kennedy. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. My wish for all of you, do not miss your futures, and make them one to be proud of, and make them one that are full of many more celebrations past today. Though today is a day for immense celebration, we must all remember to create more and create larger celebrations in our lifetimes. Turn your gaze to the future and smile. I know for each of you, the future is bright. As we think on our future and we continue on our adventure, we must remember our beginnings and the people that helped us get here. We must reflect on our years spent together at Middletown High School. remember that we are, and always will be, a mini family. Look to the people next to you, and remember that they are, and always will be, your family. Look to your left and to your right. Look at your brothers and sisters. Take a minute now to thank those brothers and sisters. Take a minute to thank your real families and your education families. For it is thanks to them that you have made it thus far and shall succeed in the future. As Dr. Seuss, our favorite author, told us all through our childhood, and it's all the more applicable today, do not cry because it is over. Smile because it happened. Congratulations, class of 2013, and thank you for being a part of who I am.